Hello, y'all, and welcome back to the channel. It has been a while, not necessarily the plan, but some of it is because I have been literally on the go since last Saturday. Today is Tuesday, the Tuesday after Memorial Day. Um, so yeah, I had a work event where I was traveling for that. And then right after that, I was the holiday weekend. So I spent some time with one of my friends and spent the weekend at her place, and we went out and just had fun or whatnot. And so I just got back to my house yesterday on Monday afternoon. And so this is the first 24 hours that I'm spending at my house. So that is why I have not had a chance to film. I had intended to put content up to kind of be in place of the gaps while I was, out and about and away, but that didn't happen. So here we are catching up. This is pretty much real time. But while I was out, I did pick up a few things I'm going to share with you guys, and also something that I ordered a while back that just came um, over this past week or so, and so I wanted to share that with you as well. It's a brand that I have talked about before, just hadn't ordered in a while. And this is a couple of the items are new products that they have. So I just want to share about those. And also, I want to share a couple of TJ Maxx finds that I got from Fenty. And I did kind of hint towards those in my last little TJ Maxx haul, but I wanted to show you that I actually picked up some things and what I picked up. But before we get all into that, I just want to do a quick little work rant. And also, you can call it the lesson of the day if you want. So, you always hear people talk about jobs, and people always make the joke, like, do your job, go home, don't do the above and beyond thing. People always say, like, it doesn't necessarily get you anywhere. Like, it doesn't matter if you work two or three times as hard as somebody else. Like, you still gonna get paid the same amount of money for the most part. Um, and chances are it's not going to increase the likelihood of you getting a promotion or advancing any faster than you would normally if you're just doing your job as you should and going home. And so, and all of the other office politics. Now, I work remote. However, sometimes they do have activities that I just to be a team player, like I said, hey, sure, I'll join because I live about an hour and a half to 2 hours from the office. So it's not a horrible, commute to get to the office. And these are usually social functions. So they're not like work things where it turns into like, you have to be there. It's optional. But I like my team. And so it's nice to be able to see them, a couple times a year or whatever for holiday parties, whatnot. But basically, just a long story short, we recently had our annual conference, and it's usually in different places around the country. However, this year it was actually, near us, near home base and headquarters. And so we had a lot more people that are internal employees, even remote or whatnot, that participated in helping to host and, work the sessions and do all that. And so my team as a whole, everyone uh, decided to participate in terms of, helping with hosting and doing whatever, including there's myself and there's one other person on our team who is fully remote. She lives in a different state. And so she also decided to come in. So I was like, I really honestly didn't want to host or work the conference because I know it is a lot of work. It is a huge conference. It's our, big event of the year. It's kind of like, think about when kids, who take dance classes or something like that and they have their recital. It's kind of like our recital to show you all that we have and get to meet the facilitators and people that work there, because a lot of what we do is online. We do offer in-person things, but a lot of what we do is online. And so I, was like, cool. Like, I didn't want to do it. And when one of my supervisors first asked me, like, oh, hey, do you want to go? I was just like, no, I'm good. And so I wasn't going to do it. But then when I found out everybody else on the team was going to be participating in some way, I was like, be a team player. Sure, I'll do it. And I mean, they're putting me up in a hotel. They're paying for everything. And I'm going to get reimbursed for any money I spent on like Ubers, food, all of that. So that was not the issue. The issue was, one, I'm an introvert. I'm not a big social person. And so a conference that has thousands of people, which ours has, where you have to do a lot of interaction and just be like really a people person in that moment because you're essentially kind of doing like customer care. I was like, that's not really my thing. And if it's not mandated, it's not a requirement. It's not a requirement of my job at all. It's totally optional. And if it wasn't in our area, like it wouldn't even be a thing. Like we wouldn't even be there. Like we wouldn't even been really asked to go. Like if I would have said like, hey, I want to go, they might look and see if there's something I could do or whatever to help with. And they would let me go. But like it's not something you typically be asked to do. But because it was at home base, that's why they opened it up to more employees this year. So I decided to go. And so the first day was not really, it wasn't the conference. Well, it wasn't for us in terms of the conference and what we had to do. It was just kind of like for us as a team to meet up, get a tour of the facility where the conference was being held, and also pick up, we were going to be given kind of like some jackets to wear so that people could identify us and know that we were staff members if they needed us for any help or whatnot. So yeah, it was really just kind of a, hey, here's a tour, pick up your jacket, go on about life. And we would start our assignments and whatnot the next day in terms of working the conference. So I did not realize that this was supposed to be like an official thing. I thought we were literally just going mainly to pick up our, you know, our jacket that we were given, and that's it. Like I didn't think it was like any a formal official thing, but apparently it was. So I got there. I didn't know I had to be there at a certain time, and so when I got in, checked into my hotel, and I was happened to be staying at the same hotel as my supervisors, and so my supervisor's like, one of my supervisors is like, where? She was like, where were you? And I was like, in traffic, which was true. And she's like, oh, you were supposed to be here at such and such time. So I was like, I didn't know, didn't think it was, a thing. So I was like, okay. And then she proceeds to go like, do you know like what your assignments for the conference? Like, are you? And I'm like, yeah. Like I have those. I had those all written out. Have everything good to go on that. She's like, are you sure? Like, you sure you can't mess those up? You can't be like blah blah blah. So she's just going on and on about like making sure that you have all this stuff. And I'm like, where is this coming from? But I'm like, whatever. Maybe she's stressed because things like that are a stressful time. And so yeah, so she goes on that, and I'm just like, okay, whatever. So then she tells my more immediate supervisor, like, she wants to meet with me about those things, and I'm just like, about being on time, and I'm like, where's this coming from? Now, mind you, there was one email sent roughly over a month prior to the actual uh, conference start. No reminders, not a calendar invite, not on any of the things that we were using to keep track of like where we're supposed to be, when, where, whatever. One email. And so basically she's upset. My supervisor is upset because she feels like I just be late. And I'm like, one, I didn't know I was supposed to be there. I would have made an effort to be there at the designated time had I known that. And two, if this has been an issue or you feel some kind of way, because my other supervisor was like, oh, there's only been two other events where I've been in person, by the way. And she's like, yeah, like she feels like, you're always late to those things. And I'm like, the two events were not formal events. They were parties, like a holiday party and then one where we just decided as a team, hey, let's just get together at the office so we can all see each other because some of us had never seen each other in person because all of us work remote. And so I'm like, both of those were informal like gatherings. So like if you say, hey, we're meeting up from 3 to 5, then I'm thinking that anywhere in that time frame, it's okay. I didn't, and in her mind, I guess she's looking at it like, no, you're supposed to be here at 3, until this time. And so I'm just like, cool, but I didn't realize that because these are not official formal things, these are just optional like gatherings, that it was a big deal. But apparently it is for her. Maybe she's a stickler for time things. I don't know. Some people are, and that's not a big deal. I just didn't know she was that type of person. So that's, I say all that to say, like, I call myself being a team player and putting in the extra effort because I'm like, hey, like the rest of my team is meeting up. Mind you, again, all these things are optional. I don't have to be there. It's not anything against me and my job or part of my responsibilities to show up for any of these things. But I call myself being a team player and, showing up for these things just to be there. And basically it's backfiring because apparently it's an issue because I'm not showing up at certain times when I didn't realize that we had to be there at a certain time when they're just gatherings. So my other supervisor was just like, like I know you don't always want to come and you just do it, just participate. So she was like, don't just decline. Like she was like, just decline. And I was like, cool. But that's just funny to me out of all the things and all that I do um for my job and just for the company as a whole. And I do go above and beyond because I like to I part of my job is training people and making sure that people have the information they need, all the things that I've done in the 4 years that I've been with this company, and you want to nitpick about that. I'm like, yeah, okay, noted. Because I'm not saying that she shouldn't mention it. Like if the timing was a thing, sure, say, hey, be mindful of being on time. Cool. I don't have a problem with that. But my thing is, one, the main things that you're complaining about are not official duty things, unless you want to count like maybe the conference thing could be somewhat work related. The other things are more like social gatherings. So of three in-person things, one was semi-official, the other two were completely optional, and all three were actually optional. And you want to nitpick on that. Cool. Like, but when it comes down to my actual job, like the things that I am literally responsible for, my duties, my everything, perfectly fine. My evals support that for the past 4 years. But you want to nitpick about time. Okay, cool. And this is not like I'm just coming in hours and hours late or missing events or whatever. Like, no, not even that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you want to nitpick about that. Cool. Got it. And to me, it's just like, is that really the issue or is there something else? Like, it just makes me feel some kind of way because I feel like of all the things, like, you can't find anything else to really say to me or say is an issue but that. And these are things that are extra, and I'm going, you know, investing my time, energy, and money and gas, to come up and try and be a part of the team, yet I am penalized in some way for it. Like, it's like, oh, it turns into a negative. So cool. I would decline every last thing because I don't. Cool, cool, cool. But either way, that's my rant. Had to get that out. And just a reminder, like, honestly, just do your job. Like, do it well, but don't try to do nothing extra because it's not usually reciprocated, respected, or even noticed in some cases. And even if it is noticed, it doesn't always, again, get you any further than you would have gotten anyway from your natural hard work that you're doing. And yeah, like, don't give any more than you need to be efficient and effective at your job. Do it well, and that's it. Leave it there. That's rant over. Let's get into the good, fun stuff. Um, and that is what I picked up from TJ Maxx, which are some Fenty items. And then I'll talk about some things I picked up from Salt XO. So let's start with the Fenty items. These all came from TJ Maxx, and last TJ Maxx haul, I mentioned that I had seen some Fenty hair products, and there were a few things. I put the picture up. It was mainly the deep conditioner, and I think the repair cream. It was like a hair deep conditioner, and then it was like another hair repair and a couple other things. But they did not have. I don't remember, the shampoo and conditioner were not there. I went to a different TJ Maxx in my travels, and they had the shampoo and conditioner, so I decided to pick them up. Now, this first one is the Fenty Hair, the rich one. This is the moisture repair shampoo. You get 10 ounces. It's $16.99 in TJ Maxx, and I think it's about double that. So this is about half price from the original price because I'm not sure of the original price. I'll try and find it and I'll pop it up on the screen. But the original price is definitely, I want to say, about double. This $16.99, but it's $16.99, 10 ounces, and this is a moisture repair shampoo. And it says hydrate, replenish, strong strand, start here. And of course, you want to wet your hair very well. Then put this in, rinse out. So again, this is the Fenty hair. Whoops, I'm covering this title here. The Rich One shampoo, and it does have the pump, and also has a very nice. Just want to show you that on the pump, so it feels, it won't be slick like if this is in your shower shampoo, because this is like aluminum or something. But yeah, it has a nice little grip on the top too, which is great for if this is in the shower, because if it was just normal, it'd be slipping all over the place. So one thing about Fenty that I have noticed is that they really pay attention to their packaging, and they try to make it for whatever it is that you are using. They try and make things make sense. So I do appreciate the packaging is always cute, and is always very purposely designed. So again, this is the Rich One moisture repair shampoo, and with the shampoo comes the conditioner, also $16.99. This is the Rich One moisture repair conditioner. You also get 10 ounces of it, and it has the pump as well. And the one thing that I want to say, I have not opened the products, I haven't used them. It'll probably be a couple months, to be honest, before I get to those. I just got my hair done. I know it may or may not look like it, but part of me being in, when I was out and about, um, my friend's house I stayed in, she girl needs some iron, because it was not, it was cooler than it would normally be when you're thinking about going into summer, but it wasn't that cold, still in the 70s, and she was freezing. So in the house, she had the house set on 70, and the bedrooms are upstairs, so of course hot air rises. And so I was sweating in my sleep, and I had just gotten my hair done, like straightened, and I pretty much sweated it out between, the heat at her house and some of the places that we went out to. So as you can see, it's kind of half straight, half curly. I am going to redo it, but I want to wait until I got home to go back over it with a flat iron and fix it, because I was just going to sweat it out each night. So I didn't want to just keep putting heat on my hair. I also got my ends trimmed, so it should look really great right now once I actually do it. Um, So that's that. But this is the moisture repair. So, like I mentioned before, I wasn't initially buying or planning on buying a lot of the Fenty hair stuff, just because it seemed to focus on damaged hair, like for repair, and not so much as just like a everyday or regular shampoo. And my hair is really not damaged or in need of like repairs and all that. So that's why I wasn't like jumping on it. But seeing it in TJ Maxx and, at that price, I was like, well, I give it a try just to see. I don't know if, I mean, maybe I'll just fall in love with it and I may keep buying it, but I don't think I'm going to need it to keep repurchasing. So I will probably just use what I have here and just move on. But I don't mind supporting Fenty. The last Fenty product that I purchased was another moisturizer slash sunscreen. So this is the Fenty Skin Hydra Visor, some mineral SPF, and against SPF 30. I purchased one the last time I shared with you guys. It's $16.99, and it is brand new. And this is the full set. It comes um with the actual sunscreen and the applicator here. I did not need the full set. This, they don't sell, because once you buy it once and with a full set, you just buy refills. But this is how they sell it. So they're selling the whole thing. So I'm probably just going to use one for travel, one for here. So I have that just repurchased. So that's all for the Fenty hair. Let me know if you guys have tried any of the Fenty hair products. They did have the deep conditioner in. I think I'll put a picture somewhere, or at some point I put a picture up of what was in the store where I purchased the shampoo and conditioner, so you can see what products they had there. I wish I would have had like the edge control gel, because that would probably be the only other thing that I would purchase from the hair care line, but I would be curious to try that when my hair is in this curly state. So if I do find that, I will probably pick that up. When I do try the products, the hair products, I will report back and let you guys know, because I know some people were wondering about that. And with the Hydrovisor, I mean, I use this already. I've been using it literally since 50 Skin came out. So, and I'm wearing it today. So yeah. And the next thing I want to talk about is from a company called Salt XO. Now, Salt XO is a feminine care company, Black owned, female owned, and I've been rocking with them for some years. I have done several videos talking about them and the Yoni gel, and this one is no different. They have released some new products, so I just want to share that with you guys, and that's all. So first, we're going to start with the newest products, which are in this beautiful kind of blue packaging. And if you are familiar with Salt XO and maybe you haven't seen it in a while, they have redesigned their packaging. So all their bottles kind of look like this now. And I do have another one I'll show you so you can compare. But this was purchased as a set. This was $40, and it was the Ignite Your Desire Desire Gel. And then they have the Sensual Desire Oil, which is not new, but they just repackaged it and rebranded it. So you get your oil, it's in a new, it used to be in like the pump bottle. So now it comes like this. The top is on it, so it hasn't come off yet. But you just pluck that out. So you have your Sensual Desire body oil that you would apply after you have taken your shower with your Desire Gel. This is intensely moisturizing and soothing formula. Formula, so it's made with natural ingredients and a whole lot of love. It's cruelty free and safe for daily use. So this is hydrating, clean. It has essential oils. It's protective and effective. It also has the ingredients are deionized water, lemon oil, cucumber extract, and natural fragrance. So you can use this, um, on your body. There you go. And then you follow up with your body oil. So you get 4 ounces of body oil and 8 ounces of body gel. And again, this set was $40, but now they do sell it separately. So you can order just the gel or just the oil if that's what you want. And the oil has avocado oil, shea, and almond oil, and natural fragrance. And again, this is from Salt XO. And the last thing I picked up from them is also a re-up. This is the Honey Gel, which is a super moisturizing body wash. This is not for your yoni. It's just for your body, but it smells amazing and it does make your skin feel really good. It says say bye-bye to dry skin. So if you like to have a super moisturized skin, I would highly recommend the Honey Gel. It calms and hydrates skin. It has soothing colloidal oatmeal. So it's hydrating, clean, essential oils. And let's see, you get the oatmeal, honey, aloe juice, chamomile oil, glycerin, and citric acid. Those are the ingredients. That also, of course, is cruelty free. And you can use this every day. So this is what I would typically use as like one of my daily shower gels when I use it. I've had this before. It's been a while since I've had it. I've had it before. I also had it in the bar soap form, but I hadn't purchased since they had done the new packaging. So I ordered this along with the combo here. And like I said, these are available as a duo or as an individual purchase if you just want one and not the other. Or maybe you just need to re-up on one and not the other. So just want to share those things with you. And the gel by itself, I think it's like $16.99. Most of the gels are $16.99 or $17.99. The Yanni gels, I think, are like $1 more. So that's the price, full price, when you're paying for those. They do tend to have sales. So if you like what you see and you're interested in trying those out, I highly recommend Salt XO. Highly recommend the Yanni gel for your private areas. It does not irritate. They have a grapefruit one, which is more of the sensitive if you're a little sensitive down there, and then the regular one, which has more of a little minty tingle. Some people say that tingle is intense. I don't find it to be that intense, but you can choose, which one based on your needs and your body. But if you are not sensitive or you're just willing to try either or just to see how it works out, they do have those available on the site as well. So let me know if you've tried any of these products, what your thoughts are, or if you have any more questions about either of the brands. Like I said, I haven't tried the shampoo and conditioner yet, so I can't give you any feedback on that, but I have used the honey gel and the Sensual Desire oil. Have not used the new body wash yet. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and I will be back on my regular schedule and see you next time.